go.
What's up, gang? Oh, where am I getting? I'm getting lots of music. It might be coming through your shit, Tony.
I turned down.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly, Adder. Thirst. Is that thirst? Yeah, it'd be thirst, right?
Haven't heard thirst before. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I said thirst, but yeah, thirsty. Yeah, exactly, dude. Adder, since you're here, do you want to talk about the GDC survey? We saw a bunch of different places are reporting on devs at GDC were surveyed, and they said that a quarter of the people surveyed at GDC lost their job in the last 2 years, and half of them did not get a new job yet. So, I mean, that kind of makes sense to me because a lot of people go to GDC looking for jobs. So, but I wanted to bring that up because it's like something I've been talking about on the stream for a while, is that like it's a really hard time to get a job in the industry. Especially if you're like new, because there's so much like seasoned talent just out there. Yeah, expected number, but that is a very large percent. I didn't expect it to be a quarter of the people that attended GDC. That's nuts. Yo, what's up, Brightside? Yeah, if you don't have a stacked resume, you are absolutely fucked right now. Unless you are like... Unless you get lucky and you're going for, or like you know somebody, right? Like you networked well and you're like trying to get an entry-level job or something, like maybe that could work. Because that doesn't require experience anyway. And like, if your buddy's like a test lead or something, you want to get into tests, like you might be able to get a contract test position pretty easily. But I mean, that's regardless of the circumstances of the job market anyway. So yeah, you're welcome, Brightside, dude. It was nice to be able to raid you because like we don't usually have, like you're not usually live when we're done. So it's like we can't raid you. So I like being able to do that. Luck does play a part in it, but it's practically required to know somebody to even get your resume on the stack. Yes, that's very real for the game industry. That's exactly how it works.
I'd say you could effectively apply that to any career, though. Like, yeah. If you are really good at networking and you have good connections, you will find a much easier time at getting new jobs and finding new opportunities than somebody who, doesn't socialize with people, doesn't know anybody, doesn't help people out, doesn't network, doesn't make new friends, try new stuff. Like those people are going in as some guy in the stack, just, a name on a page. And then there's somebody who comes in and is like, yo, this is my buddy. I vouch for him. He's amazing. Like the other guy doesn't even stand a chance.
I would almost say that like the some guy doesn't even get a call back ever.
Oh no. Like not if there's 5 internal referrals that are like really good. They're not even going to look at anybody else.
Yeah, same matter. I mean, I did like a whole bunch of shit with recruiters, which got me, first, second, third round interviews. And this is in like 2019. This is a while ago before I got the Topgolf job. I actually got the Topgolf job through a recruiter. And it was crazy. They had like a generic tech recruiter that ended up landing me for this position. So he was very excited about it because he got like a really nice hiring bonus. Like that's how his whole job works. That's how recruiters work. They get paid when they hire someone to a position. So I'm sure he was very happy about that. But like, man, that guy didn't understand anything about what I did, what the job was for, how, like what the norms of the industry were, like what my expectations were. It was very strange. So thankfully, I didn't have to deal with that guy very long. They gave me a permanent offer within like a month of being there. Yeah, 2016. Yeah, same. I mean, fuck, dude. I should say this. I apply a lot, or did, before doing the fractal growth thing. I would apply a lot for open job postings and just expect to never get a call back. And if I did, I would have a conversation with people, but I'm the type of person who, when I'm interviewing for a job, I will reject the company. And that is really weird to them. So I don't know. I probably harmed my stock or something. Who knows? I don't really give a shit. Recruiters are definitely a big part of it, but even with recruiters, a person on the inside is still practically a requirement. Yes, facts. Blizzard was pretty open with that, with me, that they were only interviewing internal recs for the D4 position I got an offer for. Yeah, dude. Yep.
The way I kind of look at it is like everything.
Oh shit. Sorry, I just saw Sushi Fu. He's like, yay, I'm looking for a job. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's very rough out there, man. What were you saying, Tony?
Just like, I don't know. I look at stuff like this as kind of like action reaction type thing. Like right now is a reaction to what was happening before, which is like a lot of overinvestment and people putting their cart on a horse that is making a game like High Guard or something like that. And, you know, that hasn't been panning out very well. But in the same way, every, you know, 1/3 of all people in the industry losing their jobs and Meta shutting down all of their VR stuff, and all of this will also cause a reaction to happen eventually. And it will take a little bit of time. But to me, it's almost kind of like we're getting to a point where it's like the stuff has happened now, and we can hopefully have reached the bottom and start to climb back out of it and start to, you know, find that new peak, which inevitably will happen. It's just like the nature of capitalism.
Yep.
Like the gaming, you can't look at like the gaming industry as a whole and just go like 1/3 of people lost their jobs and that's just how it's going to stay forever. Like we just shrunk the industry by 1/3. It's like, I Googled it while we were talking about it right here. And I mean, you can take this AI summary on its face value or whatever, but it says that we're going to go from a $455 billion market cap in 2024 to an estimated $721 billion by 2034. So we're probably going to about double that market over a 10-year period. And, you know, all of the people who lost their jobs have more seniority than anybody else who's going to try to enter that industry now. And, you know, it's definitely a waiting game and a question of survival, and it's definitely not fun for people. But I'm saying all of this to say that like I'm very confident that it won't last forever.
Yeah, I agree. Sushi, if there's anything I can do to help you, let me know, man. Hit me up in DMs and stuff. Tell me where you're applying. I'll let you know if I know someone that works there. Any of that, anything to just at least get you a call back. Let me know if there's anything I can do. So, you know, it's not going to be where like it's also hard because I'm a designer. So I would probably be talking to some pretty high level people usually. So I would probably talk to like an art director, an art lead. If there's anyone that I know, because that's usually, those are like the people that I know. I don't know like entry level people. I definitely mostly know hiring managers and whatnot. So
I think when hiring gets hot again, it's like the people who hang out in our community who I see like just working on their own stuff and like literally building things every single day. Those are the people who are not going to struggle to find a job when the jobs are available. You will be far ahead of the people who got laid off and felt bad for themselves and, you know, haven't touched a game engine since, or, you know, had to go get a different kind of job because of their life or whatever it is, you know, unfortunate as that is. Like, you're going to be in a really good spot, at least. So definitely the people like Sushi and like, you know, I don't know too many other people who I think are as qualified and as far along in their career as Sushi that are around. But, you know, there's a lot of other people in our community who work really hard and I think would be in a very similar boat. So I'm just trying to single you out, Sushi, because I know you're a little bit more professional than a lot of the you know, indie people that hang out around here. So.
Yeah, Sushi's been doing it for a minute.
Yeah,
yeah,
I can tell. Like you look at the work, you're like, this dude is a pro. So,
yeah. And if you even just on an off chance, just let me know. If you're like, man, this is really cool, I want to try to get a job there. Like, talk to me about it because I might know somebody. And you know, a designer referring someone for art doesn't necessarily carry as much weight. But I will say this, like I've gotten community managers hired, artists, all kinds of shit across the board. I've definitely gotten people interviews, like a lot. But whether or not they could get the job, you know, that's very tough. So that I guess that's the thing. I can at least get you in the door to have a conversation, for a lot of things, but guaranteeing a hire is very tricky as a designer to get an artist a job. Yeah, no worries, bro. Also, answer Adder's question for sure, because he might know some people too if he's willing to help. Sounds like he might be mid-senior lead. What are you looking for? Yeah,
Adder, while we're waiting for that, do you ever do anything with landscape height patches and have any thoughts or advice about them? I effectively have this big building that obviously it now has the ground clipping through it when I put it at the right elevation, and I know I could put landscape patches under it, but I don't know if it's the right solution. I was talking to Turning Cog, and he said just dig it out and don't worry about it. So I don't know. Any thoughts?
That's what I was suggesting too. But yeah, or sushi. Sushi might know.
Yeah, I do like the idea of being able to like make things and put those patches on it, and then just like put them in the world, and the landscape kind of adapts to it automatically, and I can adjust things. But I don't know. I might be overthinking it.
You don't know about landscape patches, Artificial Sky. He's talking about like shrubberies and shit.
Usually float a tiny bit above the landscape. Yeah, so I guess like my problem here is more that if I turn my block out back on here, I have like a basement that is underground that currently there's a big landscape through the middle that I gotta dig out or something. So should I just carve it out with the landscape tool and not think about it too hard?
Oh shit. Yeah, definitely Sushi Fu is a little more professional. Have years of experience as an art director and being a producer. Yeah, those are good skill sets, man. I don't really work on grid anymore. I moved entirely to organic style world building using modular sets. Interesting.
Oh, so you're not doing the thing that you told me I should do like 2 weeks ago? Come on, man.
He's probably
you send me the Bible, you tell me to read it, and I've read it like 100 times now.
He's telling you to walk before you run. I still build modular pieces like you did, but I don't snap to grid anymore. But okay, so
freeform off the grid, guys. It's crazy.
I would say my guess is it's because Adder has such a good feel for like he's done it so many times that it's like it's close enough. And that, you know, if you're not used to it, using the grid is probably a good way to start. Yeah, do as I say, not as I do. Exactly, Artificial Sky. Okay, so Sushi, yeah, not trying to be depressing about it, but that was the GDC survey, and then Tony found an article. Let me go look for it. Tony, you don't have to pull it up. This was from Variety, so this is
that was the one I was showing a minute ago.
Oh, you already showed it. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
1/3 of the game industry workers were laid off in 2025. Like that's so this is the thing to remember. That's for fiscals. That shit all happened like in the third and fourth quarter of the year. That was towards the end, or like towards the end of where they had to square the books before the next cycle, right? So they're doing that to make the company look better for prospective investors and shareholders and shit like that. That's why they're doing that. There will be more jobs coming back. It will happen. But yeah, it's think of it as like a cutting of the fat in the post-COVID austerity. Where the games industry itself experienced a boom for a 2-3 year period, and it's contracting from that. It's like it's pulling inward just to be a little more safe and stable, and then there's going to be more excitement and stuff. And there's obviously really big pivots happening at a AAA level as games like High Guard come out and people are like, this is ass, we fucking hate it, and they're figuring out what the new plan is going forward. So just keep that in mind, that things are going to be, I know that's really hard because you're trying to be like, I got fucking bills to pay. I want to eat and I want to do this and I'm good at it. And it's like, what makes me happy? I feel you. Yeah, it'll fix itself. It's just going to take a little bit. Retro and Austin opened a bunch of roles. They say mandatory office, but I know they have some remote. Keep an eye on their ramp up, but they're really moving into internal team.
Are they still Nintendo effectively first party? After they just shipped Metroid Prime 4, so they probably have a new one, in the oven now.
Yeah, it is depressing, Sushi. I mean, like, I feel you, dude. After Bungie, coming out of Bungie with the stuff that I worked on, I did like 40 something fucking interviews. I got an offer from Topgolf, of all places. It was good pay, good benefits. Remote was totally fine. There was no rigmarole, no back and forth, no like it was a very smooth interview process. I still had like 2 or 3 interview rounds, but they all happened within like a week, and then I got an offer, and it was chill. And I was like, this is fucking great. I want to work here. And I worked for them for like 1.5 years. It was great. And then I moved over to Return to Moria, worked for them for a year and a half. You know, it's just the way it worked out. And then went to Fractal Grove. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've been here for it, but I did an interview with, I want to say it was either Obsidian or Bethesda. I interviewed with both, but I'm trying to remember. I don't remember which interview process I didn't like at all. I told the recruiter, I was like, dude, I'm going to be remote. I'm not relocating. And he's like, okay, I'll keep that in mind. He didn't tell them at all any time through the hiring process. I got to a final round. I was in a conference call. I could hear there were like 6 or 7 people from the studio in the room. So this is like a bunch of levels of management that were going to hire me in as like a senior or a lead for, you know, I want to say it was like world design or something like that. I just remember we talked about like I was going to do like design some kind of planets for some game. This might have actually been for Starfield now that I think about it. But the point is, we were like ready to start talking about shit, and like one of the managers was like, well, what do you think about Maryland? You know, started like talking it up and saying how great it was and how like it'd be really cool to have me there. And I was like, guys, I have to say, you know, is remote an option at all? And they go, absolutely not. And I was like, well, I told the recruiter throughout the entire process that remote was the only consideration. You know, like that's a hard stop for me. Like it has to be remote. And I hear one guy go, well, I guess we're done here. And I hear his chair move and the door open and shut. And I was like, what the fuck? And they like walked out of the room. And the recruiter was like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, nah, it's fine, man. Clearly, like that was not a good fit. I'm not going to work at a place that's going to do that. You know, I was like, you're good. Don't trip, man. I appreciate that you tried to get me into this position. So yeah, I feel like I dodged a bullet there because I might still be there and it would be a nightmare. And I wouldn't want to. Actually, I would be in fucking Bethesda, right? Like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to move to Maryland. I did know a bunch of people at ArenaNet, too. I think I knew an art director there. I think he went to Halo Studio. But I could probably, like, reach out and, you know, if you really want to go for that. Frank got a tech art gig and is liking it. Yeah, I've heard ArenaNet is pretty sick. What's up, Turning Cog? The Ren and Stimpy reference. Don't whiz on the electric fence. Yeah.
That's a Ren and Stimpy reference. It sounds like general life advice.
Yeah, it was like a weird game that they had, like Connect 4 or Operation. And it was
okay.
like,
got it. Yep.
And I think Ren was pissing on it and kept shocking himself or something.
I liked how Ren and Stimpy had a product that was called Log.
Yes, Log was the best.
Yeah, dude.
I still remember the song, and I don't want to sing it.
That was a good song for sure. I agree, though.
Runs over your neighbor's dog. It's great for a snack. It fits on your back. Adder, you got shit on your links. You saying his links are dirty, dude?
Yeah. Links in the Discord, please.
That game company looking for a generalist would probably be Dope Roll. Yeah, dude. No, you're good, Sushi. Don't even... You're fine, man. You don't have to be humble here. You're good. We like you, and you do good stuff. Yeah, absolutely willing, bro. Oh, you got Omni going on the Log song. He's probably singing that shit like top of his lungs in his fucking house right now. His wife is like, what the fuck? Unless he's outside, in which case she doesn't know. Let's see. Anything else? I got some weird Nintendo stories.
Oh, I have an idea. We could just start a community, like, I don't know, is it a Ponzi scheme or something where we get like one company to invest in somebody and then they take that and they invest in the next guy and then they invest in the next guy. And then you got like a, $10 million investment on your company's books. So then you go to a real investor and you're like, well, these guys gave me $10 million. So like, I'm a big deal. And they're like, oh, okay, well, we can give you some more. Like, that's all we got to do, guys. And then we're all going to, be very successful.
Motherfucker has a house.
Embrace recruit the short story. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's been done. It works. Like,
yes, that's very real.
It's just a bunch of business people jerking each other off, giving each other money, and on paper, it looks like they're very successful, and they're just helping each other out.
I did not turn in cog. Do you want to? Here, I'll go look. Where did you post that shit? Tell me what you wanted to talk about. So turning cog.
I remember if you want me to say.
Yeah, no, I'm reading it, but I wanted more context for where he wants, like, how he wants to frame the discussion, because that's a little too open ended. But he's talking about watching a sponsored segment in a stream for a game. It was very clear that the streamer was getting a revenue cut. Yeah, we can talk about that. What's your concern or feeling? What do you think? As you're typing, I'll say this. If you're a content creator, a streamer, whatever, regardless of what platform you're on, you got to make money. And if we are a game studio hiring a content creator to talk about our game, you better fucking believe they're not going to say negative shit. We're going to have a contractual deal that they're not going to say anything negative. If you don't do that, you're very much in danger of just generating negative buzz for your shit.
Which, like, could you just, in those situations, can you just have a conversation and be like, hey, we made this game. Are you into it? And if they're like, yeah, then it's like, okay, we would like to sponsor you to play it. Like, do people just not have that conversation? Is that the problem? It's really interesting. Yeah. It's like, I feel like I would go to somebody and be like, do you like it? Like, I don't know. I don't want your blind opinion to go out to 1 million people. Like,
you also get some content creators that are like, I'll say whatever you want for the right price. You'll get some that are like, yeah, I like it. And you're like, cool, will you stream it? And they're like, yeah, for like $90,000. And you're like, the fuck are you talking about? I can't give you $90,000 to talk about a game for 30 minutes. That's not going to happen. So like you get a whole gamut. And Turning Cog said specifically, I wanted to know if that was something a publisher handles. Typically, yeah. And publishers aren't going to be doing deals with streamers. That's like a new thing. What you would have is like a plucky community manager that has been active on like Twitch and YouTube and all that. They know certain kinds of content creators with certain audiences, and they will identify those, bring them to management, talk to the marketing team, and the marketing team can coordinate like a deal or whatever to get them to talk about the game. Usually it'll be a run based on the entire marketing strategy for a product. So this could be like years in the making. And then they're like, we know that this chunk of time before launch, we're going to spend resources getting these content creators to talk about it to generate more positivity around the game so that there's more of an audience and then the game does better on day one, right? Like that's the whole goal. I talked about it yesterday, but I think I talked about it yesterday. Anyway, there's financial data that shows that, studios don't make any money outside of like the first month of release of a game. The revenue gains are much, much, much smaller. And I mean, that makes sense. That's just how it works, especially if you're talking about AAA. So like CD Projekt Red's bump from Cyberpunk was massive. It dwarfs like the last 6 years of revenue that they've had. And that was just from launch. So that's how it works. Cost is directly tied to their average interacts. Yes. But based on the numbers I saw while on COD, they were paying 30 to 50K per streamer for a week worth of content. So that's the important piece. They could schedule on their own within a window of time before release. Also, remember, those guys have money to throw around. They will get the best content creator to do it. They're going to get the person with the biggest fucking audience, make him an offer that is too good for them to turn down. So throwing tens of thousands at them is something that they're able to do. An indie's not going to be able to do that. You have to have this is where community management comes into play, and it's really important and very helpful. If you have a community manager hanging out with those streamers, they identify, this is the piece that I was talking about. They'll identify someone who might be a good representative to talk about your game. Obviously, none of this is, hey man, please play my game. Tell me what you think. Tell the internet what you think. That's a fucking landmine. That could go sideways very fast and be bad. So don't do that. You want to research, you want to be careful, you want to watch what this content creator is doing, how they represent themselves, how they do their other sponsored segments. Those are the things you want to be looking out for. It's a lot of time investment, but it's a serious part of marketing strategy. Destiny 2 was also in that price range. Yeah, I believe that. Yes, you can, Tony. Absolutely. Games hit a threshold where they're just good enough that someone will just play it and evangelize.
Yeah, like I can just imagine, like, you know, especially if you're these big streamers, like you're Shroud, you're fucking Tim the Tap Man or something, like they're pulling in huge numbers, and those numbers are going to go down a lot if they don't have a good sized audience on a given day. And so, like, I don't know, I could just see it where, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a game that actually would warrant this, and like GTA 6 is obviously one that comes to mind, where it's like Rockstar doesn't need to pay anybody to play GTA 6. Like, people are going to be begging them to play GTA 6 before other people, and it would make whoever did it like the most popular stream on Twitch, hands down. Every single person in the world would be tuning into that shit. And so it just is really interesting how that can flip, just depending on, I don't know, you'd have to make a really, really good game as a developer. But
so this Adder's talking more about the thing that I've said a bunch when I like talk shit about MBAs that are ruining the industry and all that. This is what they do. This is the thing they do. It's useful information, but you don't start there and then build a game around this idea. You have to start with a good game and then identify the appropriate audience. So that's where the data is useful. If you just use the data to make business decisions, you're fucking up and you're going to have a Concord. You'll have, it's a huge risk.
The concept of going to somebody who you don't know, who you've never talked to, who's never heard of your game, who you're not even sure if would like it or would be into it, and going, hey, can I pay you money to play my game? Like, I understand the need for it from like a marketing perspective and stuff, but it's just like, I don't know.
It's weird.
It feels bad. Like,
yeah,
I wouldn't want to do it. Like,
feels weird and very fake, but it's how it goes. It's absolutely how it goes.
Yeah.
But so what Adder was talking about specifically was they were only getting top 5 streamers per audience group. Audience groups are a whole thing. So what he means by that is this is data analytics from polling. When people take surveys and all that shit, you get massive amounts of data. You can also look at hooks for player statistics. So, okay, the best way that this would work, the thing that I'm about to say is you've shipped a game that's successful. You're going to release expansions and stuff like that. You're going to have more stuff. So you have an established audience. You can pull your own analytics to see what those types of players will engage with and the types of content they like. And you get a big cloud of data that represents an audience group. So you have all these different audience groups and you're targeting these demographics and these different segments because you know that they will likely buy your game based on their other interests. So there's all these marketing campaigns that center around all that shit. That's what Adder's talking about. That's what I'm talking about when I talk about focus groups and big data and all of that. So when you get some producers who've seen big data and audience groups for certain games that have been successful because they worked on them, like Apex, what do they call themselves? Former Titanfall devs and former, what was the high guard?
Former Destiny and Titanfall devs, I'm pretty sure is what it was. Yep.
So these guys were in positions where they were able to see these, audience groups and these different demos and understand, and like their jobs as producers and marketing people are to analyze all this stuff too, and then draw conclusions and make business decisions around that data. What they're doing is looking directly at that shit and then saying, let's build a game that doesn't exist that hits these different audience groups. That's crazy. You're gonna fuck that up. That's what Concord was doing too. That's what the whole like seeking the modern audience is. There's data that supports that there's a group of people who aren't buying a thing, and if you make a thing that they want to buy, they will buy it. The supposition is problematic. This is why people say statistics are dangerous. You're looking at large data sets and trying to determine the future from the data set. That's not how it works. You need to try to make better decisions in the present about the data set, if that makes sense. Like, because shit changes, and you can always like skew numbers a certain way to draw a conclusion if you want to do that. What encourages me is that gamers in general, the people that support this industry, care about good game first. They don't care about it has this kind of character in it. It has this color palette. It discusses these things. It has this kind of narrative. It's themed sci-fi or fantasy. They do care about that to some degree, but good game trumps all. That's why I keep telling you guys, good game is where you should start. What's our demographic called? I think we're, at least I know that I'm a core gamer. I don't know what our demo would be, honestly. Because like
millennials.
Well, no, I'm thinking about like software game dev community on Twitch. I think that's the demo, but there's a very, very diverse group of people that are in this community. So it would be really hard to draw like conclusions about, like, if we were making a game that was targeting the software game dev community on Twitch, that would be really hard to do. You'd have to look at all the streams, see which ones are successful, who's doing what there, engage with chat, watch what people are saying, get more data about the individuals in chat, why they watch a stream. There's so many variables that I don't know that it would even really work, Brightside. I think like that would be really tough. For me, the demo that I'm in is obviously millennial, middle-aged white male, yeah, that's just kind of it. But I'm a hardcore gamer. So typically hardcore gamers are probably like 14 to 26. So I will play games that 14 to 26-year-olds play, which is weird. Like I'm an outlier in the data set. So it wouldn't be good for me to make choices or assumptions based on my personal experience. Yeah, OG MLGers, 100%. Yep. Yes, dude, that was me. Like the whole reason I wanted to go work at Bungie was because of MLG. I was very into that. Halo was hugely inspiring to me. This is all endgame shit.
Played online multiplayer on Xbox Live. That's the demographic.
Yeah,
like OG Xbox Live.
Sometimes NBAs will fuck up a game loop using this data. Exactly. And then Redfall's a great example of this. There was an incredible pitch that was watered down and overscoped beyond repair to maximize money. Yeah, so that's where they go, cool, you made a single player game, it should be multiplayer and it needs a battle pass. And you're like, that's not the fucking game design. Like we have to rework the whole game to make all that shit work and make sense and be compelling as an experience. But they will do that. They will get in there and they will say, my data shows this and I control purse strings and I have power, so you better fucking do it. And then you do it and they don't take the fault for it. It's the weirdest part. That's one of the parts of the industry where those people will fucking torpedo a project and then get hired at a higher position at another studio. It happens all the fucking time. Let's see. Then we changed publishers. Targeted market features changed. Cut whole sections of the game, tried to fill the hole with other content, ran out of time and money to deliver a quality product. Game launches as garbageware, studio shuts down. Exactly. That anecdote is the situation that I'm talking about. And I'm telling you guys the why. So he tells you the story and I'm like, this is why. It's this and these people ruining this entire medium. They did make Redfall sound sick. Yes. Yeah, extra X meta sweats. Yeah, totally. Yes. Programming stocks demos. I don't know, man. Because Shooted, we're in the same demo as far as game consumers. You and I are absolutely in the same demo. We're very, very different. If you look at other statistics about us as individuals, very, very different. And I'm not just talking about like financial difference, right? Like we live in completely different areas of the country. We have completely different professions. I'm married, you know what I mean? Like there's so many different data points that you wouldn't be able to like correlate those and be like, oh, these guys are both core gamers. Like you wouldn't be able to just identify us as that off of the rest of the data set. That's what I'm trying to say. Tony's building a cute player house. Dude, he's building a facility.
Yeah, this is a lot larger than that. Oh man, it always gets mad when I do this. Yes.
That typo was great, Shooty. Put a chicken in it.
Fucking Peter Molyneux be like.
Yeah. He meant to say put a chick in it, but he wrote chicken.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Which is fantastic.
Oh, nice.
It wasn't a game of the year, but it was a great game about a year before release. I was so stoked for the game we were making, and then left Arcane, we found out we were shipping something very different. I mean, the same shit happened to Anthem.
And
Literally
Anthem
the
was
same
like
shit
a
happened.
very similar proposition, kind of. Ultimately, like nobody has really pulled off the like. I don't know what is it. It's like mildly rogue-like, procedurally generated FPS, but like in an open world, something like that. I don't know.
No, Shooty, I wasn't saying that. I wasn't saying that's like the demo. Like, income is definitely a part of a demo, but it's not like the core driver, because there's the demo for income and like determining in a consumer spend is really weird. The more money people have, the less they spend on shit. The less money people have, the more money they spend on shit they don't need. So like it's backwards and very confusing, and you can't use that as like a target. It has to be like watches anime, listens to a podcast, consumes YouTube 10 hours a day, right? Like shit like that. And I don't think we have a lot of crossover in those things. Our biggest commonality is that, we're hardcore gamers, and that's how we became friends. We're very serious about our video games when we're playing them, and we like hard games. And I don't know how you would find you and I in the same data set for a demo. It just wouldn't work. Yo, what's up, Graham? Ironically, it was practically the core design leads that left Anthem for the same reason. Yep, exactly, Adder. Wait, they left Anthem and went to Redfall? Fuck, dude. Oh, man, that's so painful. And they got fucked twice in the same way. Oh, my God, dude. I would crash the fuck out. I'd be like, fuck this industry. I'm going to go work in an insurance company. Like, for real. I'd just go somewhere that's like really stable, nice benefits, fucking, clock in, clock out, play games on in my free time. What's up, Blowfish? Long time no see. We're friends of the map called Dust 2? Why are we friends of Dust 2? I mean, I know Dust 2. Yeah. No. Good. I'm glad you weren't serious. Redfall design team was like 50% OG Arcane and 50% ex Bioware right off of Anthem. Fuck, dude. I remember when Anthem came out, I was really excited for it. I was like, this looks sick. And I worked with people from Edmonton Bioware, and they were just like, nah, dude, no. And I was like, what do you mean? And they're like, it's a nightmare. And I was like, really? Their marketing looks really good. And they're like, nah, dude, they're hiding everything. It's going to be a fucking Dead on Arrival game. And I was like, all right, well, I'll wait and see. And then I was like, oh shit, they were right. It was fucking cooked. What's the law of gaming? Something like, if you can mod it or make custom maps, there will be a Dust 2. I believe that.
I mean, it almost just kind of goes without saying. It's like if you were in a room of every game dev, a third of them got laid off.
Yep. Artificial Sky. They moved on to that new game Jeff announced. Dude, you missed it. We were talking about Highguard yesterday. There's a really good donkey video on Highguard. I don't know if you saw that, Artificial Sky, but that shit was cracking me up, man. I loved it. They all went to Ghost Story after Arcane, and I think they recently got similarly fucked for a third time because they're all leaving right now. Jesus, man. Yeah. No, Adder, that's what I'm saying. I'd be looking inward. I'd be like, I'm cooked. I can't do this. It's not just the industry. It's me. I fucked up. Why do I keep making these same decisions? Just recall my nostalgic memories about hardcore gaming and my first multiplayer experience. Bro, imagine Dust 2 being the first one. Sorry, I'm old Blowfish, so, that's how it goes. Oh, Sushi, you saw the donkey one? The donkey one is so good. I love high chord. I love over chord. Jeff game. We're soldiers of Jeff. Thank you, Jeff, the greatest game in the world. So fucking funny. I saw a clip of Summit playing it. One of his teammates literally played one match and said he was done. Yo. Dust 2 Halo or CS? I mean, well, Dust 2 is CS. You almost made me say Dust 2 is Halo. But
what would Dust be in Halo? Like Blood Gulch?
Longest? I wanna see what you guys think of that take. Dust 2 and Halo would be longest. Or
is he thinking of Rust and Modern
boarding
Warfare?
action? Yeah, CS 1.6. That's what I was saying, Blowfish.
Yeah,
so
totally.
Blowfish, I was playing CS when it was a mod for Half-Life. That was my first exposure to it. It was like version point, 1.3 was retail, so it was before that. It was before 1.3.
Yeah, I think 1.2 is like the big first beta.
Yeah. But at the same time, I wasn't just playing CS. I was playing Day of Defeat, and I can't remember what gun game was called back then. It might have just been called Gun Game, but Day of Defeat was fucking sick. That's where Medal of Honor came from, for sure. Heavily inspired by Day of Defeat. And we were playing Diablo 2. But I guess that might be my first like online hardcore gaming experience. I don't know. I got very, 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 very into competitive Halo. That my first experience being into competitive Halo, I went over to a homie's house, and they had like a Halo LAN party, and we were all playing, and they had like permanent LAN set up for playing Halo. So I got invited back, and I played a bunch with them. And then, of course, Halo 2 came out online with Xbox Live integration. Then we all started playing together there. Got very, very serious. Yeah. I think my highest was level 47 or 45. I might have been 45 Team Slayer, 47 Lone Wolf, something like that. Everyone I played with was 50s. They always fucked with me and gave me shit about it. I don't know why I never got my 50, but I just didn't. I think I was in college at the time. That's probably why. And I was like trying to figure out my balance. And then I just played a lot of WoW. Very hardcore WoW. CS Source, OG 2004 is still putting up crazy concurrent player numbers. Yeah, dude. Yep. Yeah, when I'm talking about the CS I played, this is pre-CS Source. This is like pre-CSGO, pre-CS Source, pre-CS2, like long fucking time ago. My Steam account is older than some people in chat. I know that for sure. There's a person that I played games with that I met when they were like in their late teens, and when they added me on Steam, they're like, "Holy shit, dude, your Steam account is 6 years older than me." And I was like, "Yep." Like, yep, absolutely. I think my Steam account is like, I'm gonna go look so that I'm not just throwing shit out there. View my profile. 22 years old. Nice. Guys, my Steam account can drink beer. It can almost rent a car. 3 years and we're renting cars on my Steam account. Oh, dude, I had a good time playing LOL, man. Honestly, like, League was fun. I hated that you made me play support because you refused to play anything but mid Morgana, but it is what it is. I came to enjoy support. LAN parties. And all games ran on premise without internet. So Blowfish, I remember back in the day, this is like around the time Gears had just come out. Here, let me try to see when did Gears come out?
I'm gonna go with 2004, 2005,
2006.
Okay.
So around 2006, 2007, I got invited to a LAN party. This was Bees. This was like the first time I hung out with Bees outside of work. I got invited to this LAN party over at this dude's house. It was a good time. It was a Mormon guy. He was very nice. There was no booze because he's Mormon, but he had plenty of soda and pizza, and it was a great time. I enjoyed it a lot. But the point is, my coworkers were some shit talkers, and they were like, "We are incredible. Like, you're gonna see, man. It's gonna be a whole thing." I fucking washed them so hard in Gears, they all rage quit, and it was like 3v4. And I was on the shorthand team. It was just me. I wiped their entire team out 3 rounds in a row just by myself with a Lancer. And they were like, this game's fucking stupid, man. Like, you're cheating or whatever. You didn't say you were pro. And I was like, dude, what are you talking about? Relax. I've been talking shit this whole time, telling you I was going to destroy you guys. And then I did. Why are you so butthurt? And they're like, well, let's play Halo 2, man. It'll be a different story. In a warm-up lobby on Lockout, I hit 25 kills before second place had 2. And they fucking crashed out. They wanted to quit the LAN party. I was like, I'm way better at Halo than I am at Gears, boys. You guys are in for a rude awakening. It was great. The BR headshots were on point. I was triple shotting with a grenade, but triple shot and quad shot everybody. It was fucking amazing. That 5-star general you got a 50 on Halo was so clean. Yeah, man. I think that's 3 that you're thinking of, Brightside. Because in 2 it was just a number. 21 years old too? Hell yeah, dude. Yes. You did swap jungle and support. Yeah, like very rarely though, Artificial Sky. Tony, is Adder helping you? Origin bottom center?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just looking around in here. See if there's anything obvious.
Dude, Brightside, I was, when everyone was two-piecing with the shotgun, and they were like, this is the best gun in the game, I just used the Lancer active reload, and you would dumpster someone running at you with a shotgun. You just mag dump with a active reload, and you just be like, and they just go down, and then you just kick them in the fucking face and, like, keep going. That shit was so fun. I was definitely, like, naturally just really good at Gears for some reason. I don't know why, but I love it. R.HZBO HZB occlusion 0. If you turn that off and it goes away, it's bounds.
Okay, let's give her a shot.
Yo, I mean, that's a good point, Shooty. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was when I met Crepo at I say met. I saw Crepo at a PAX and I was like, hey, what's the most OP support? Like, who should I start playing? And he's like, Veigar. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. And he's like, no, seriously, Veigar. He's like, the people are going to start picking it up, I promise. And then I did, and I played it for years because no one was adopting it in the pro scene. And it was good. It was so good. Catch them with the cage, drop a meteor on their head, and then your ADC gets a free kill. Okay. That's enough video game war stories about being a pro gamer and shit. Unless you guys want to share yours, please do.
It didn't seem to make any change.
Oh no.
No, it's like I don't think it's a huge thing. There's definitely just something set up wrong, but I'm fairly positive it's some sort of like meshes popping in. You can kind of see like as they appear around the corner. Like there's just a moment where they're not visible because they were cold. It's like frustrum culling behind that wall because I can't see it. It doesn't need to render it. But that leaves a hole where I could see outside for just a moment as
I saw that.
I move around. Yeah, I mean, it's all over the place. Yeah. So I've been noticing it. I'm sure there's something I need to do to fix it. Yeah, that's all good. I'm sure, like, I don't know. You see a lot of stuff like this where if it's just an interior scene, you know, they're putting cubes around the outside to block the light just to ensure that you don't see through the cracks and stuff. I'm sure it's something like that typically, but I don't know.
Yeah, Brightside, he's doing some railgun prototyping. He's playing around with some things.
Would it be more like, I don't know, if I look at Lyra, right? If I look at like their expanse map or something, it's made of modular pieces, but it's baked down into actual meshes that are just the pieces of the level, like the entire floor and stuff in whatever way that I guess they thought it was better. So would that be part of the process? And then would this not happen because those would be more singular meshes at the end of the day, I guess?
While you're answering that, Sushi is apparently a goated CS gamer. Top 2% in CS2 last year at 38 years old. Hell yeah, brother. That's why, Sushi, when I would play video games with people in the studio and they're like, well, I'm old and like blah, blah, blah. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm like 6 years older than you. Age is not an excuse. It's just You just have different priorities. You just stop gaming. You don't have the same skill that you used to have. But it's not like being an elite athlete where you feel your reaction time go down. It doesn't fucking work that way. You're not doing the same shit to your body, when you're gaming hardcore. It's just not the same. And I will say that this is probably not a surprise to you guys. A lot of pro gamers are absolutely on a ton of stimulants. If it's like G Fuel, high caffeinated whatevers and all that, if it's not that, it's Adderall. Tony's like, yeah, give me that G Fuel. But yeah, it's a problem. Like, these kids are playing, 18 hours a day and barely sleeping to like be the top 1% pro gamers. They're abusing stimulants, and they're putting in insane work for what they're getting paid. Yeah, not just caffeine. G Fuel's kind of like pre-workout. Although, Tony might clarify. I don't know if there's different kinds of G Fuel. There might be.
G Fuel is closer to like a Monster or a Red Bull or something, generally, just in terms of like the ingredient breakdown.
Yeah, it's like self-mix energy drink that you can kind of like tune. You can make it stronger or weaker or whatever.
It's like a pre-workout's gonna have like niacin and some other recovery stuff in it that like you wouldn't really want to be drinking and just like sitting at your desk. That's why you get like the pins and needles and you get flushed and shit. But it makes you work out really good and all that. So yeah, and then like a G Fuel is gonna have more. They both have caffeine, but G Fuel is gonna have L-theanine and stuff like that. That's more for your brain and mental focus and shit.
Sushi, that's the weapon that I've been using the most as an elder gamer. I use patience and strategy more than just my aim skill. I do also like to play a lot of video games, barely lucid, if that makes sense. I'm not sober, and that ruins my fucking stats badly. But Sushi, I know you're looking for work right now, so that's probably your big focus. But if you want to game at all, and if you have Tarkov, bro, Tarkov PvE is pretty good to pick up and put down. Like, you can squeeze a run in here and there. The stakes are way lower. It's still very frustrating, but you don't have to deal with cheaters and other players and all kinds of wacky shit. It's a lot more manageable and predictable, but it's still very intense. You've been playing the shit out of Tarkov PvE?
Bro, let's go. Same.
Come on in, brother. I'm almost done with Lightkeeper. Level 37. I'm 43. Okay. I think I just hit 43 yesterday.
I'm so close to 25, but there yet. Okay, hold on. Like real quick side question.
Yeah, go for it.
Is bounds different than just the outside of the shape of the mesh? And if so, how do I see it? Because I also saw, I guess, the opposite of what you're saying, Adder, which is that you can make the bounds a little bit bigger so that it unculls it before you can actually see it a smidge. But I don't know how to see that. And I've never really heard that concept outside of just like, where the collider is or where the mesh itself is. All right, maybe I'll get a response to that. You guys can keep talking.
Yeah, Sushi, I think, is there anyone on the team right now working on Dread that doesn't play Tarkov PvE? No. I think even Turning Cog has it. But he's very, very, very new. So if it's any consolation, Sushi, I have to do a bit of babysitting when I have the newer players with me. So I'm usually like guiding, I take point, clear comms, tell everyone what to do. But it's more like, hey, what's the task you're trying to get done? And then I just tell them how we're going to do it. But I play a lot with my wife too. Like, that's mostly who I play with, and it's really, really fun. She's almost level 40, I think. So she's around your range, Sushi. She's pretty fucking good, dude. Like, really, pretty fucking good. This reset.
The entire reason I'm working on this project. So,
what's that?
I said Tarkov's the entire reason I started working on this project. So it's been so good.
Yeah, Tony got bit by the Tarkov bug. He was always interested in it, but until PvE, he was like loosely fucking with it. PvP is very, very frustrating sometimes. I say this as someone who put 1,500 hours into PvP. I'm playing Tarkov since like 2017, so I understand. I enjoy PvE a lot more because it is less frustrating. I still get the like crazy adrenaline dump and like high stress and all that and anxiety from playing because it's very difficult, even without other players in there. It's just a different degree of crazy in PvP. And the whole reason I want to do it is because I want to escape. I don't think I'm good enough at the game to escape in PvP right now. It would take me years of time investment. It'd have to be the only game I play, and that's not how I work. I've been playing Metaphor lately as my like chill nighttime game because if I play Tarkov at night, I'm up until 3 a.m. regardless. I could stop at like 9 or 10, and I'm up until 3 a.m. But Metaphor ReFantazio has been fantastic. I guess pun intended. But I really like the whole meta story. It's kind of like never-ending story. Like the player is the, you know, fucking storyteller type of a thing. It's really interesting. I like it a lot. Yeah, don't give in to the sadness, turning cog. Bounds look fine. Sphere bounds not a bad thing. Slightly cheaper per mesh.
So send it. We're sending it.
Let's go!
Unfortunately, there's so many pieces that I'm going to have to do this to all of them to know if it even does anything. But
oh, I forgot to check YouTube chat. Sorry, YouTube chat. If you guys are over there chatting, I doubt anyone is, but I'm going to go look anyway. I apologize if I missed you. Nope, it's... oh my god, I need to shut up. There we go. Whew! Had to mute myself. Quick on the draw. Turning Cog says, I don't have a big PvP penis, so I also waited for PvE. I really like PvP, but I come from an arena shooter background. You know, like I've played a ton of arena shooters, you know, starting with Halo and shit. So Tarkov PvP is a different animal. You know, like I'm perfectly fine playing Battlefield and COD and, you know, Halo and Destiny and all that. I don't like playing Destiny, especially PvP anymore, but I'm perfectly comfortable playing all those games. You know, that's more normal for me. When I played Tarkov PvP, I would rat like a motherfucker. Every single raid was solo. And I don't mean I would sit in a bush and just camp and then kill somebody. I would avoid combat and just accomplish tasks. Unless the task was shoot guys with a gun, you know? Then I would go for kills. But I would, anytime I play, I will plan out. I'd be like, okay, I'm going to do this task. I'm going to look at the map, plan my route based on either side that I'm going to spawn on, think about what I'm going to do, and then limit it to like complete one task per raid, get the fuck out. I'm not the kind of player who goes in and just wanders around looking for combat or things to loot. I do not care about loot. I'm accomplishing goals. I'm working towards progression and then get out. That's how I play. I even do it in PvE, and it's wildly successful. My KD in PvE is like 110. Like, I'm not even kidding. I have a 59 raid streak. I bet Sushi Foo's like a 200 KD in Tarkov PvE if he was like a fucking CS 2% player. Like, yeah, Sushi's probably crazy at it. I bet it's nice and chill, dude. I bet you're just like vibing most of the time, just being like, oh, you're too greedy? Yeah, see, dude, don't fall into the loot trap, man. If you clap that dude from the bank on streets and he's out in the intersection, you don't need to go loot his body. Leave that shit out there, dude. Leave him to fucking rot. You don't need that. Oh, last night, Sushi, I was doing just like, I had a daily task for fence. I'm almost at 6 with fence, so I'm almost max fence. So I was like, I'm going to do this daily to exfil on gate 3 factory. Just, you know, a couple scavs, whatever. And I did the first one, killed 6 PMCs. No, sorry. Anyway, I'll just tell the story. In one of the raids, I killed 6 PMCs, loot them all up. I've got like 2 backpacks, like 4 rigs, 4 guns, like just a ton of shit, like millions of rubles worth of shit. Just because I was like, I might as well kill PMCs. It gives me more, you know, fence rep and all that. And then I go over to gate 3, the door is shut, and I'm like, oh, this is not a good sign. Open the door, Tagilla's sitting right fucking there. So I bail, run out. He aggroes all the scavs on me. So now I had to kill 6 scavs to get out. So I'm like even with scavs and PMCs in this raid, and I'm just like, God damn it, dude. And like I can't even get out of gate 3. So I do a cheeky PMC afterward, spawn in the middle of factory. And I'm like, oh my God, there's comms in every direction. I have scavs and PMCs everywhere. I can hear Tagilla fucking speaking in Russian. And I'm like, God damn it. So I like book towards the center area. Tagilla comes around the corner. I 2-tapped him in the helmet. I was like, okay, well, that was easy. And then I just fucking got out, and then I eventually got my shit done. It was funny. I was like, what is he doing? Why did he fold like that? He just fucking bleh, like went over. I was shooting him with M80s out of a Scar, so a Scar L. So it was juicy. Let's see. Select all static meshes, edit matrix, smart, too late. Didn't seem to help. Fuck. Sorry, Tony.
No, it's okay. It's like a minor annoying thing that I'm sure I will figure out later. I just wanted to see if there was like a 2-second thing I could do to make it go away now. So that's fine. I set up local perforce on this like a good boy, so I can just revert everything I did very quickly and easily.
Hell yeah. Oh, Sushi, I'm not even scared of PMCs. I chase them down. I go get those bitches. I kill their ass. But bosses are very scary. I get killed by Sanitar guards like head eyes more often than anything else, and that pisses me off. I have killed Sanitar a bunch. I've killed Tagilla 9 times. Killa like 2 or 3 times. Rashala 6 times. I was playing with Sparkle this weekend, my wife, and we were on Lighthouse, and we were up by the chalets, and I was like, up on the big rock. And I was like, yo, be careful. We might have goons. Sure enough, she gets fucking laser beamed by Bird Eye, and they're going berserk trying to kill my ass. And I had to like reposition. I ran like back down the spine towards another rock. And then, of course, Knight comes up. I take Knight out. Pipe comes up the other side, take him out. Bird comes up, fucking dropped his ass, got my wife's kid out. We were good to go. Felt good. Very satisfying. Especially when your wife is like watching you murder and she goes, fuck yeah. I'm like, yes, that's right, baby.
I did that scav yesterday and I didn't have a backpack. And so Vince is like, well, just go kill some PMCs and get a backpack. And so I find a 3-stack of PMCs, hunt them down in this camp, get all of them. Not a single one has a backpack.
That was so tough.
That's the craziest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, Tony murked those bitches, dude. He had like a shitty shotgun with some grizzly slugs and he just popped them all. Not a one of them had a fucking backpack.
Nope.
Sushi, I noticed the most with the PMCs. It all depends on the ammo they're running. I'm also like, I'm slick pilled. I basically use a slick every time with Kiba steel plates. So I don't know if that helps. Last time I died, I got laser beamed by a Sanitar guard. He wiped our whole fucking group. He killed me, Sparkle, Tony, and then Omni was trying to like get our kid out and ran out of time and fucking like got shot to shit. And then he died. He keeled over like right at the end of the raid, like 15 meters away from the exfil. Yeah, technically he did not kill you, but he fucked you up real bad. The point is, Omni, I got that rig back. My front plate was zeroed. Those ceramic plates suck. I do not like them. So, yeah.
Dude, watch the Demolition Ranch videos about ceramic plates. Kind of made me not as interested. But I mean, steel has its own downsides, that's for sure.
It's fucking heavy. It's really heavy.
Well, it's more like you get shot in it and some shrapnel goes into your neck. But
oh yeah, well that's what the outer part of the plate carrier is for. You just need the good plate carrier, and then your steel plates are solid. But I mean, you don't want to get shot anyway in real life. That would be fucking terrible.
Definitely. Yeah, it's just it's an interesting like upside downside debate with the armor where like I don't know, some people are like steel is just a way to die differently than the way that you're going to if you got shot.
Yep. And ceramic is interesting because the ablative like the way it works is the shattering of the ceramic dissipates all that energy.
Exactly.
But that plate will never work again. So if you get shot twice, it's fucking over.
Well, and they try to make them in like smaller segments, but then you have gaps, and like, yeah, it's really hard. Yep.
I think I'm still near the 100 KD, but it may have dropped recently because I died from some bullshit a couple days ago, a couple times. One was the world's most amazing grenade throw in the history of grenade throws. Another was a random chance face shot from a scav at very far distance while he was walking. Dude, that feels bad. Shield is greater than armor. Like a ballistic shield? Like if you're like carrying a ballistic shield? This is the weird thing. In reality, a lot of these like ballistic like protection methods, they're good for like 1 or 2 shots. You can't just get fucking lit up. It's basically like you get hit and you're like, oh, get the fuck out of there, run away, leave. Like that's what you got to do in real life.
Nothing's just gonna like sit there and take it forever.
Yeah, no, not at all. And a lot of stuff in real life, the hotter the round, so the faster it's going and the bigger the caliber, it's gonna go right through a lot of shit. Like I want to say it's like 3A plus is like standard armor. You don't even need a penetrator round on like a 30-06, and it will go right the fuck through it if you have a long barrel. It's just right through it. And that's just the big boy, you know? M1 Garand, and you're just right through the fucking steel plate. If you guys don't know, I know this because I've watched a lot of ballistic plate testing and shit. Some off-topic question. Is it possible to import CAD data into Unreal to show a digital twin for marketing walkthrough?
Absolutely.
Adder, do you have any idea? I feel like Adder, as the resident tech artist, might know a good way to do that, or if that's like easy or hard.
If you go to, where's the ad here? So if I add future content pack here, this is basically like your available starter projects, and maybe this isn't all of them. Never mind. Hold on. Let me just get to the launcher.
Oh, Omni, I got my shit back. So you're good on that. You at least dropped my shit. So thank you for that. I kind of feel like that scar is cursed now, though. I've been running it again. I don't know what I'm talking about. And I 2-tapped Tagilla with it, so it was fine. What's up, Pineapple? How you doing? But yeah, Sushi, it'd be really fun, man. I understand, like, Tarkov is the kind of game where you want to like feel a group out before you play with them, because you might have just incompatible, you know, gameplay styles. But you know, if you want to get into a game and we can like feel it out and see how we play together, I'm super down for that. It'd be really fun. You like the MCX? 300 Blackout, I'm guessing. I have not run the NL yet. I want to check it out. I have a couple. I have, you know, I'm suffering from success, as I'm sure you know, with your fellow 100 KD, you know, player shit. There's you have too much stuff. I have so much stuff, dude. It's crazy. I'm sure I have so much BP and BS. It's probably worth running an NL at this point. Datasmith Cat Importer. There you go. Thank you, Adder. Well, I mean, bro, if you're using BP or BS, like BS is totally fine. That'll just cook through bosses too.
Burnt pineapple ammo. There you go.
I think it's like Russian for penetrator round with plus power or plus charge or whatever, you know. So they put more gunpowder in it.
Burnt pineapple, what have you distributed to 1 million people on the internet now?
Oh yeah, tell us about that, dude.
Yeah, what is that?
900 RPM? Dude, that's crazy. I didn't know it was so high. That's crazy. Well, BS goes through levels.
What's 900 RPM 545?
He's talking about the NL 45, or is it 454 or 545? What are you talking about, Pineapple? Holy stinky Shomley? What are you talking about, bro? Schmoly. 454? Yeah, that is stupid. Isn't it? It's an AR chambered in 545, right? Yeah, it's an AR chambered in 545. Does it take AR furniture? Adder, I would not. I know that you have too many hobbies. Tarkov is not. It's not for you, bro. You need more time. You need more time. You can't play like an hour of Tarkov, especially as a new player.
Yeah.
You're gonna spend your first like 200 hours learning maps. at least.
All right, who was asking about this blowfish? This is probably the area that you want to look around in Unreal if you want to like do some CAD visualization or something. If you just start the engine up so without a project, it'll take you to this starting up screen here, and then you got different tabs along the top. Generally, you start in games, which doesn't have what you want, but most of these other tabs probably have some version of what you're looking for. The one that's probably going to start the closest, if you go under architecture, engineering, construction, and operations, there's this one called Datasmith, which is also the name of that plugin that Adder mentioned. I believe this one is effectively going to be set up with that plugin that you need, and you can import into it. It might have some like rendering settings in place for you, but there's a couple of other ones that, like, I know the collab viewer is definitely for ArchViz as well, and then you have some other ones that are, I don't know, look around in here, you might see the one that fits your needs the best.
Pineapple,
some sample projects over here too that are a little more involved but might also interest you.
Pineapple, what were you holy schmolying about? And Pineapple says, I made the first working custom gun for a VR game, and I made a bunch of ragdolls for people to mess around with.
What's
also
it called?
Random stuff like landmines, baseball bat. Oh, the 900 RPM. I mean, we're talking about a gun in a video game, so like 900 rounds per minute is pretty crazy out of you know, the AKs don't shoot that fast. But yeah, what's the name of your custom?
Is this like a
VR thing?
Roblox or something like that? I guess you were doing Unreal. You've shown Unreal stuff before.
Downshot. Okay.
If I look it up on Steam, am I gonna find it?
In his bio on Discord. There you go.
All right, let me look.
Idle RPM of my race car. Perfect. It's not on Steam, Tony.
Okay.
Meta Store. Okay. Sick, dude. Did you? I'm assuming you just.
Oh shit! Okay, nice. That's cool.
Is that free, or did you put a price tag on it? Because you should probably sell it. I mean, I don't know if you can now. You've already moved a million of them or whatever, like you said, million downloads.
I'm not seeing it on your profile.
Let me see if I can help you out, Tony. Let's see.
File on Discord.
The Pineappler.
Yeah, just throw it in like self promo or whatever, and I'll take a look at it. Thank you. Sorry, I don't know why I got Code Vein up on the screen. My bad.
Yay, Code Vein. What's up, Illy? What looks like a shit? Code Vein?
Presumably Code Vein, but all right, what do we got here? Mod.io for Burn Pineapple.
Vote Vein 2. Hell yeah, nailed it.
This does have, yeah, he's got 1.2 mil downloads between the two of these. So what are these mods for?
Good job, Pineapple. Yeah, what did you mod there, brother? Oh, you modded Downshot.
Oh, Downshot. Yeah, right here. Okay. Fully physics-based multiplayer, spawnable weapons, blade tools, props, enemies, and more. Highly optimized for incredible multiplayer sandbox performance. Oh, I've never heard of this. Interesting.
Yo, thank you for the raid, Sushi.
Yo, thank you.
Welcome, Sushi Gang. We've been yelling at Sushi for the last... has it really been an hour and a half? What the fuck? Man, it's just been going fast lately. Yo, thank you for the follow, Yom. Beyond Sandbox is going to be a way bigger game, and I've already made $50 for a mod suggestion. I'm thinking of making like a Patreon mod. Dude, $50 is some money, brother. That's good, man. Remember, I was
any of this in Unreal Engine, or is it all like Unity?
Yeah, what are you deving in? And also, that's you know, better than mowing lawns, man. Get after it. Yeah, $50 is cheap.
UE5, okay. Nice. That's cool. I realized recently, I haven't put my VR headset on, especially in an Unreal development capacity, in many months, and that'll probably have to change here soon.
You made so many cables. Yeah, how's your scene coming along? The Nostromo.
Were you doing like simulated dangly cables, that type of shit?
The danglers, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also doing robotics. Just spent $280 wisely on a Chinese company. Nice, man.
Like an investment?
I'm guessing. Yeah, what do you mean? What did you do with the $280? Did you just buy some stuff from them, or did you like? I was working on my contract gig to make the Narcissus. Sorry. I was fucking that up, dude. No, on motors.
On Chinese motors. Okay, cool. Very cool.
Aren't you building like a drone or something? It's getting there though. I'd say I'm about halfway done at this point. Nice, Sushi. Good shit, man. I will be posting what I'm making. Good. Love to see it. Project is for a virtual set for the film, so it's way more detailed than the Nostromo. Nice, dude. I mean, Yam, I think he is in Cyberpunk. What do you mean? Feel like that's like where Sushi Fu lives. Night City, dude. Not a drone. You'll see. Me and my dad also might start dabbling in cybersecurity. All right.
Pineapple's gonna secure our cybers.
He's gonna secure Cyberpunk, dude. Might start building a server soon. Nice, dude. I honestly never thought about it. He might actually be in Night City. Yeah. I've seen the scene from his webcam. Looks like Night City to me.
Sushi, do you put your mod work in Perforce? Or do we need to shame you? Or not Sushi, fucking Pineapple. I keep mixing you guys up. I got the food
They're
bros
both
here.
orange, dude. They're orange.
They're orange. They're named after food.
I feel like there's probably a good pineapple sushi somewhere.
I feel like I've had sushi with pineapple in it before. Yeah, totally.
Get those reps in, dude. Don't forget legs. No, we didn't ask you anything. Did you ask him a question, Tony? He said he's got to go to the gym. Pineapple.
Oh, I just asked him if he is a good boy and uses Perforce or not.
Doesn't that defeat the purpose of sushi, though? If the pineapple's grilled?
If you're a purist, maybe.
He does use Perforce. Nice.
All right. Well, then be on your way.
Turning cog, learn from the young lad.
Hey, we got COG going now. We can't give him a hard time anymore. Assuming that he's actually using it. I can't verify that, but he'll be forced to with the dread stuff. So at least there'll be that.
Yeah, take it easy, man. Grilled pineapple and tuna would probably go well together.
Oh, hell yeah.
I was thinking grilled pineapple and like unagi, like eel, grilled eel. That sounds pretty good. With some teriyaki on it.
You're learning how to use Perforce.
I think that was a rhetorical question there, Tony. What am I learning? Where am I? Who said that? Sushi, sorry, I pardon my imposition. I didn't even ask if you play Tarkov PvE with a group. I assumed you were playing solo, just because like you're a gamer if you're a CS gamer like that. So, yeah, obviously that would make it more complicated to play with a group. Yo, Anime, thank you for the resub, brother. Mostly been doing solo. Yeah, dude, solo's a different fucking can of worms, man. When you have another competent player with a gun that can like assist you, everything gets easier. None of your friends want to play with you, bro. We're your friends and we want to play with you. Yes. So the door is open, my friend.
How big of a squad can you actually have?
5.
Okay.
5 is crazy, by the way.
Dude, like 3 gets crazy.
Yeah. 5 with no comm discipline is rough. So everyone's just chit chatting like, no,
you almost need to go in and be like, all right, like these 2 guys have a mission that's good to go over there and do that thing. And these 3 people are going to go over here and do this thing. And we're just going to clear the map.
Yep, that's exactly how it should go. Yeah, fuck that shit, Tony. Slap it off the desk. What up, gangsta? How does the 50 Cent go? What up, cud? What up, blood? What up, thug? What up, gangsta? Or was that the game? I don't even remember. That's an old fucking song. No, you don't need 2 voice channels, Omni, because then you can't communicate with the other squad. You need discipline.
Yes.
You can't just be like, yeah, so I was playing pickleball today. Like, man, shut the fuck up. We're trying to shoot people.
Omni, we need like dual channel military radios where you can like one button goes into one channel, one button goes into the other channel, but you can hear both.
Dial it in.
We would need 3 channels because both teams would need their own and you would need a shared.
3 is the perfect number. 3 voice channels. Yes, dude. Just put one person. Omni gets in his own voice channel. Put a screenshot in the Discord of all the damn cables. Fuck yeah, dude. Yo, that is a lot of cables. Yo, oh wow. My god. Dude, I bet your brain feels like spaghetti after doing that. I would fucking lose it, man.
Dude, I know moving these fucking basic squares that snap together around after a while just turns me into mush. So like I can't even imagine.
Tony, organic modeling is fucking nuts. It's really hard. Like hard surface is the only thing I would ever want to do. Not that I want to model anything anyway, but gonna be so happy to have them finished. Yeah, dude, I bet.
Is this like are you doing like a spline workflow or something here? I would really hope.
Adder, that actually sounds like a fun like Tarkov streamer challenge if they're all in one chat, but like every time you hit the hotkey, you change channels. That would be pretty good. Because you just hear like Discord alerts like constantly and everyone would just like go quiet at one point. Yeah, the tedium is exactly what I was saying would like drive me crazy. Because like I would just fuss over everything over and over again and be like, it's fine. And I would leave it. And it probably will be fine at that point. But yeah, man, I think our plan is tentatively to do some Tarkov after stream. Tony needs to get some things done.
I just got my lighthouse unlocked, so I can do things now.
I just finished up Network Provider Part 2. I do need a lot more lighthouse. I think there's other stuff I could do on some other maps that are like just kill some dudes. Sushi, did you get your Shooterborn done? I'd be down, but about 3:30 my time, an hour from now, long dog walk. Nibber usually comes afterwards to watch an episode of Stranger Things. Yeah, no worries, dude. Just hit us up. We'll be around. Omni, I don't even want to hear about your lighthouse stuff because I know you didn't even look them up in the wiki. Go look them up in the wiki. And then figure out what you have to do, and then we can do your task.
He's got to do 20k before anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think he unlocked Lighthouse. Did you give Mechanic your 20k? Sushi, the best place to go for that is reserve the RBPK PSP or something like that. It's down by the switch in the bunker. There's a closet in there, and that's really, really, really good for electronics loot. Otherwise, you scav reserve and hit all the server racks. I've got a pretty good run for co-FDMs. Yeah, Sushi definitely Netflix and chilling. I know what he's up to. What's up, girl? You want to go for a dog walk and come on over and Lighthouse Chalets? Yeah, the chalets are tough because like you really only get the chalet spawns, and then you have to go to treatment if you want to like look for the other electronic spawns. They're good electronic spawns in Lighthouse, but you got to get in a lot of danger. But yeah, go reserve, go to the bunker. If you come in,
only place I've ever actually found one.
Yeah, if you come in from the main double doors and you go left to go into the offices, it's all the way at the back by the corridor with the water. There's a locked door on the left. You open that and you get really good electronics. I think last time I went, there were like 2 VPXs and some bobbleheads and shit in there. So It was a closet full of very rare loot. And I'm happy to show you my my electronics loot path. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I thought, Omni. You were right, Tony. He did not unlock it.
Yeah, I mean, I was just talking to him about it yesterday. So.
Son of a. Yeah, Omni, go grind out 20k USD. You accidentally sold one from a labs run? Co-FDM? Oh, that feels bad. Dude, if you, like, I'm sure you could teach me about labs. I've barely run labs. Like, really, really barely. I did the unlock for it. Lost a couple kits. I was pretty pissed off about it. But I built a shorty Scar that I was like, this will be my throwaway. It's a Scar L. But that thing has killed many bosses. So I've been running it. I've been very into the shorty Scar. 5k USD. Dude, you just get stuff to sell to Peacekeeper. Stop whinging. Sell all your things to Peacekeeper. He buys guns, electronics, I think some armor pieces.
A lot of things, yeah. It's a good amount of stuff.
Yeah, all you have to do is just sell your stuff to Peacekeeper, and then you're fine. But yeah, I'd like to run more labs because I only need the military electronic or electrical converter thing. I need that, and then I can do my solar plant or solar energy, whatever. And then I need the GPS far forward signal amplifier for Intel 3. And then I think that's all I need, and Hideout is complete. And then Bitcoin 3, of course, but that's gated on solar. Yeah, but the PMCs and Raiders are very scary, man. Well, I guess the Raiders are more scary because they like laser beam you with really good ammo. The PMCs tend to have garbage ammo. You found 2 of those 3 items in labs? Yeah, you have to get them in labs. Far forward, I think you can get on reserve, but the solar thing is only labs. That like weird cube thing that's like tan. It's like an electrical converter or whatever. Yeah, you can only get it on labs. I know because I was like, can I do this without labs? And it was like, nope. Get in there. And I'm like, fuck, dude. I don't like losing kits, and insurance doesn't work in labs. So that's part of the reason I don't go to labs. I say this as someone who has too many kits. Way too many kits. $20 guns still? Dude, my last count was like 45 or 50 guns. Something like that. It's crazy. Got like 3 weapon cases, a thick weapon case. I have a thick case, like 8 item cases. It's bad. It's really bad. I have so much stuff that I just don't need it all. See, I wasn't sure, man. I would like tried crafting a bunch of different guns, but I mostly spent my baubles on the injectors. I went mules and ETGs like the whole way. Maybe I think I also went SJ6s, but yeah, tried stocking up on those. I do want to get a Zerachi kill before I do the unlocking of Lightkeeper. So I need to do that. I have no experience killing Zerachi. And you can't kill him on practice because, or offline practice mode, whatever, because he doesn't spawn. So that's fucking annoying. You just
Why do you want to do it before Lightkeeper?
So the way it works is when you unlock Lightkeeper, you get a beacon that makes it so Zerachi doesn't shoot you. If you kill him, it resets your beacon and you have to do a bunch of quests to like gain favor with the Lightkeeper again.
Okay. Yeah, fuck that.
There's a spot you can prone and lean shoot to where he can't get you. Yeah, dude, any advice would be welcome. And I've got like a Bird Eye 338 that I can, one shot him in the noodle with. I think my longest shot is something like 700 meters with a 7.62 NATO M700. So I'm very comfortable with bolties. How would you improve the Tarkov inventory system to make it less Tetris? I wouldn't. The Tetris is
Absolutely
magic.
Yep.
Yeah, the Tetris is literally magic. You need it. It's very fundamental to the game. But I do understand.
We've debated this enough and kind of come to the conclusion that, like, aside from a few very minor, non-specific things, you can't really change anything.
No.
Or it stops working.
There's a lot of tension that you get from having to play the Tetris minigame anytime you loot. It's not just finding a place to put the thing in your bag. It's also the weight. So like, and I mean like the heft, the mass of the object you're taking. So like having all of that is really important.
And having 5,000 different items that you have to mentally parse and decide which ones to keep, and you're constantly fighting your inventory. Like, it has to be that way or it just wouldn't be the same.
Yep. Manually reloading a magazine one bullet at a time, very important. Having different damage areas on your body, very important.
Like ability to put the wrong ammo in a gun just because you don't know any better, like that needs to be there.
Yep. Light bleed, heavy bleed, fracture, very important. Hunger and thirst, dehydration and starvation, very important. All of that shit makes the game feel good. I can understand, Blowfish, as a player why you're like, I fucking hate this Tetris because it's gotten me killed. But that feeling you have is why it's good. Like, you
can't have the highs without the lows.
Exactly. You need them there. If you play, Marathon or Arc, a single item in a slot is bad. The loot is a lot less meaningful. You're going by like, oh, this one's purple, I'll take that. And you just don't care. But in Tarkov, you're like, oh man, should I take duct tape or a military flash drive? Like it becomes like you have to think about it and go like, what the fuck am I doing? Just like Tony said, you have to mentally parse like 5,000 different items and figure out whether or not it's even worth picking things up. That's very important.
Like there's 5,000 items and half of them are cigarettes and toilet paper and like matches and random arbitrary items, and every single one of them has a purpose. Like you have to kind of make a decision, especially early game. Almost every single item you need to pick up, and you kind of have to like a total overwhelming experience of what to take. And I'm getting to a point now where like I can kind of avoid the matches and the kind of basic stuff, but like it's only because I've just been picking them up for like 100 hours now. And I don't know, it definitely Marathon and Arc and stuff seem like they've really downplayed that side of things, which is unfortunate.
I need to clarify that Marathon's loot system is a little bit better than Arc because it does have some of the Tetris in it, but that's like guns. It's not like almost everything else is a single item slot. It's like either single item or 2x2. There's not anything that's like super big. There are some more rare things that you get later that are pretty big, but yeah, it's still closer to Arc than it is to Tarkov, where there's, like Tony said, 5,000 items, varying sizes and weight, like in different uses and importance.
Today I saw items I've never seen before. Like it still happens. I don't know. It's really cool.
And that's a symptom of the maps you're running. When you start running different maps and looting different areas, you'll be like, oh shit, that's cool. I've never seen that. Now I know these things spawn in this area. And then you can start doing runs. What do you mean selling your soul to Peacekeeper, bro? It's literally not that bad. The worst thing you can do, though, Omni, is when you need euros and you accidentally click Peacekeeper and you buy USD instead of euros. I did that with 20,000 USD. So I'm somewhere at like 80K USD right now. And I don't need it. I've already spent the 20 on Lightkeeper or Lighthouse and all that stuff, So the USD goes into bullets for me.
I did about 10K USD in the last day or two, just like doing scab runs when my timer was up, like kind of around just like working and stuff.
It's really
it
not
doesn't
bad
take
at
that
all.
long.
Yeah. You can usually, if you kill some PMPs and you take like all their shit and sell everything you can to Peacekeeper, you can usually make like $1 to $2 grand every run.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you wipe a whole squad out and sell all that shit, you'll make like $3 to $5 grand.
Assuming they have backpacks.
Yeah. Blowfish, I hope I answered your question and you didn't like run away and get mad because I said I wouldn't, and it's good. Do I can't remember, Blowfish. Do you play Tarkov? Also, be right back, chat.
Do you guys who don't like Tarkov Tetris inventory, do you dislike it in Resident Evil as well? Honestly, Greg, probably interchange, just because you can, I think, a lot more easily do like a PMC hunt and come out with a lot of stuff was seeming better to me, and then like go hit the camps. Reserve, you can definitely find like a co-FDM or something, but that's going to be probably worth holding on to. So I don't know. I found a LEDX on, I think, interchange yesterday. That was cool. Oh yeah, it was the same where I wiped that squad that didn't have any backpacks. Blowfish says, placed a, what is this emote? Placed a kappa there, but in reality, there are also sea bags. You can stuff things in there without limits in a non-rectangular way. You just got killed by the Gluhar guards. That's too bad. Yeah, Blowfish, I mean, it's not a bad point. I think it's more just we got to draw the line somewhere.
I'm just catching up on chat.
Greg died.
Greg died.
You bastards.
Greg, don't fuck with the guards. Run away. Tony, did you already clarify? Place the kappa in there, but in reality,
yep,
there are also sea bags. What's sea bags?
I think the point is that they're not square in relation to Tetris.
Nailed one in the face and the one behind him head eyes me. Stop killing guards, dude. Like, use your ears and go, that guy is saying these things. He's not saying the other things. And then you just don't kill guards. Also, look at the map. Look at the map on the wiki, and then you'll know where Gluhar spawns. So you don't kill Gluhar. Russian, English all sounds the same to you. That's crazy. It's also not just Russian or English. It's the voice that they use. Like bears,
the bears sound different than the scavs.
It's a different voice actor. Gluhar has a unique voice actor. Gluhar's guards sound like scavs. So if you see a PMC looking dude that's scav comming at you, run the fuck away from him because he's a scav, or a guard rather. But Gluhar has like very specific voice lines too. They're in Russian, but his voice is just different. I keep staring at sea bags. I can't figure out what Blowfish is trying to say. I'm dead serious. I'm like, I don't know what he was trying to say. I'm really trying to figure it out. There are also sea bags. You see stuff in there without limits in a non-rectangular way. I don't know, man. I'm lost. Help me, Blowfish. Omni, you can also PMC. You should scav less. You really should scav less. You should only scav if you have an objective from fence to do scav things. Sushi, what's your like PMC stats looking like? Do you have anything elite level yet? Are you? I'm not super good at it, so I've just been like running heavy the whole time. So I'm like in the 40s with my strength. My endurance is relatively bad because it really only goes up when I gym. So I'm at like 13 or 15 something endurance. But my current plan is just keep doing what I'm doing because I'm comfortable with the kits that I'm using. Get my strength to elite and then start running light kits. Because a light kit will be heavier than... You see what I mean? I don't know. It's probably wrong. I know that streamers that play Tarkov, leveling endurance and strength is like one of the things that they optimize. I don't know what their methods are. I don't really care. Yeah, I'd rather just run around and shoot guys, and that's the fun for me. It's like killing everybody in the level. What are you doing now, Tony?
Learning that all of my walls are like off the grid for some reason, and that it's annoying. So I had to remake the floor that I just made because it wasn't lining up. I think it's because I moved the like entire level instance or something. But now I got to figure out how I'm gonna fix it.
Oh, you're just talking about a duffel. All right, I see what you mean, Blowfish.
Who's got that weird bag that is gigantic that you can put inside itself in Tarkov? Is it Sanitar?
Yeah, Sanitar's duffel has more space than it takes up. I see what you mean. So, Blowfish, are you a Marine? Were you in the Marines? Because that's where I see Seabag referred to as. I've heard it called a duffel or a ruck. I've only got like one or two Marine friends, but most of my family and friends are like Army, Navy, or Air Force.
I feel like they'd call people in the Navy sea bags over Marines. But that's just me.
Yeah. Well, you don't like ruck anywhere in the Navy. You're on a boat, so
yeah,
all your shit goes in the boat locker. It seems like Seabag is a brand. I guess I don't know. I see like Marine Corps issue Seabag duffel bag. It says both. Let's see what else we got in sea bags. Military sea bag products for sale on eBay. Yeah, they're all like OD green. Everything is OD green. German artillery. We use those on a training in Norway.
That's cool, right?
Okay, there you go. Nice, dude.
Isn't fugu another type of sushi?
Yeah, it could be. It's blowfish. It's the like.
Oh, so that's just blowfish.
Yes,
got it. Okay,
but I think fugu is a specific kind of blowfish.
I see.
That's just what they call it in Japan. It's the neurotoxin paralytic spiky one. I don't know that I would ever eat fugu. Because I guess to prepare it correctly, they want like a little bit of it in there so that it like tingles.
Yep.
But a little too much and you just die.
Yep.
Sweet. VGC's ads crashed my fucking browser. Thank you. Thank you for making a web page that is not browsable because you have too many ads on it. Let's see. Do they have anything new or interesting that has come out? Nope. Virtua Fighter 5 Revo Switch 2 release date. Nintendo reveals more Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream. I don't even know what that shit is.
I think it's like some sort of like Weeb Sims or something.
That's weird.
Like kind of like Animal Crossing potentially. I don't know. It's kind of talking out of my ass, but
no, I think you're right. As I'm looking at stuff here, it's like the Nintendo Me.
Yeah, I honestly think it's like the Sims with Mii's or something.
Yeah, it's like the Sims with Mii's. Which sounds like I don't know how to speak English. It's like the Sims with Mii's.
Yeah.
I don't care about this. Why am I reading about it? Okay. Dispatch is censored on Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. Interesting.
Yes,
I want to see what the censorship is about.
I think there's some fairly explicit sex scenes in it, from what I remember reading.
Oh yeah, it looks like there's some like nudity or like borderline nudity. Interesting. I mean, they're cartoons, though. Whatever.
Tell that to fucking Miyamoto. Doug Bowser or some shit.
Dog Bowser, dude.
Dog Bowser. It's gonna be a no from me, dog.
Yeah, this is weird. This is really weird. I understand why they would censor it. I get it. But what's interesting is that they didn't censor by market. They censored the whole platform. But I mean, Nintendo Switch.
Is this just like a cert thing? Like Nintendo's just like, we don't want that on the platform?
Yep.
Like, yep.
Nintendo said if you want to be on Switch, you got to take the booby out. Apparently, it's about a
I legitimately think it might be like full frontal male nudity, but yeah.
Well, I guess people are speculating in the article I'm reading. There's a brief or occasional scene of, oh, no, there's several. You're right. There's male and female anatomy is visible. There's a setting in all versions to enable visual censorship, which covers them all with a black bar, but which also covers like expletive or rude gestures, like giving someone the bird. Interesting. But on Switch and Switch 2, the option is on by default, and there's no way to turn it off. Okay, so that's the controversy here, is that if you get it on Switch, you can't see it as the creators intended. That feels bad. Fugu says, it was amazing how many cans of beer fit in it, besides life-sustaining clothing. Yeah, dude. I guess you'd be a little wild there in Germany, going out on a fucking mission with a bunch of beer. Hell yeah. All right, let's see what else we got in here. Okay, so Dispatch is censored. Makes me want to play Dispatch now. If something is so offensive it's censored, I want to check it out.
They hit you with the Streisand effect.
What's the Streisand effect? I don't totally understand that concept.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just kind of like effectively all press is good press, isn't it?
Yeah, like no one cared about Barbara Streisand until she started making.
It's just like something about how like you like hear about something and it makes you interested in it or something. I don't know. I might be completely wrong and sound so stupid right now, but correct me, chat.
All right, I'm gonna look.
Yep.
What is the Streisand effect? Tell me, AI, Bing Copilot. The Streisand effect refers.
Microsoft, at least.
What's that?
I said at least those are all Microsoft. Good job.
The Streisand effect refers to a phenomenon where attempts to hide or censor information lead to greater public awareness of that information. You were totally on it, dude. That was correct.
This is literal Streisand effect in this one.
Good shit, dude. Yeah, because of the censorship, now I want to check the game out. I had no interest in it before. But that's mostly because I don't like the Telltale style of games where you're like watching a movie and then you just click a thing and you're like, I played video game.
I don't really love the idea that if you were really into Dispatch and you played it and you enjoyed it and you wanted to know the alternative versions of the story, that you just have to do it again. I don't know.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons I don't like it either. Because you're like spam clicking through things, and so you're like, option 3. Oh, I got a new scene.
Yep. Or like, I don't know. Just not that into it.
What's this thing about GTA 6? May not have a physical version on day 1 to avoid leaks.
I'd be surprised if it had a physical version at all. I didn't think we did that anymore.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. Also, who's buying physical versions? Oh, I forgot. The
fucking Josh, dude.
No, it's the SKG people who are like, I have a physical copy. I own the game now.
No, but legit, like Anime Figures is like really into physical copies and has a really cool collection of them that he's shown me. And it's the first time I've kind of realized, like, I guess people do still buy physical games. Like, I haven't in a very long time, and I don't really know anybody else who does. So
I don't, and my physical collection is fucking huge already because I've been buying games forever. So yeah, I don't want more stuff. I have things everywhere.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about this. I guess I'll show you guys this. On my desk where I have my Quest 2 is special edition plush Chester from Don't Starve. It's the Shadow Chester. There's a quest in there. So yeah, that's my Quest 2 case, is a Chester. It's got the little eye bone and everything. I have so much shit like this, like everywhere, all over my house. So I think I realized, as a middle-aged person, probably just don't need more shit. Physical copies, including manual and a mascot and a newspaper from 2048. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Get all of them. I mean, I got some cool things. I really like the Titanfall statue. That thing's cool.
What's on your ottoman? It looks like a destroyer droid.
That thing over there?
Yeah.
That's the Halo Reach Collector's Edition Noble Team.
Oh, okay. Got it.
And then there's a plush Bulbasaur and a framed Bulbasaur. This is me and a friend of mine, illustrated by a comic book artist. Above it is the picture of me working at Bungie on the Whisper and whatnot. Here, let me see if I can tilt this up for you guys. Whoop. There you go. And then these are just art. This is literally just art. Oh, I think the middle one is a Destiny limited edition thing that the team got. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Where's my signed gold press disc of Dread? I don't think we're going to do any discs, man. I mean, I told you I was going to send you a Memorex where I like have a Sharpie and write Dread on it and then be like, here you go.
And it actually has a virus on the disc.
It's going to be a CD. It won't even be like a Blu-ray or a DVD. It'll be a CD. Oh my God, you're doing disc Satter? That's crazy. No, Blowfish, I'm not a vinyl enjoyer. I'm not like one of those people who's like, man, I just really got to get soundtracks on vinyl. I know that there's some people that are. I think Tony has some vinyls maybe, but that's for like playing shows.
It's like the same like physical copy conversation about how like I have a lot of vinyls and I buy vinyls of like some of my favorite albums of all time when I see them and like to have them, but a lot of them like still have the plastic on them. I rarely listen to vinyls because it's kind of inconvenient, and I don't know. It's like some people like enjoy the ritual of like get the thing out and do the record player and all that, but it's, I don't know. I don't do it too much these days, so I don't know.
Blowfish, you're not crazy, dude. You're great. Don't even worry about it. I like you engaging in conversation. You know, even if it's about random stuff, it's totally fine. Adder says also doing an art book. I think pretty hyped to have art in a book again, bro. If you do an art book with like a commercial release, like, and it's like coffee table size, not like one of those inserts for like a fucking jewel case. You know, if you do a actual art book, I would like to purchase. I love getting art books. I have so many. Like, I think a lot of these books over here on my bookshelf are art books. So, yeah. Minecraft soundtrack on vinyl.
Yeah, like the original one that was written by the dude. Can't remember. It's like letters and numbers. I can't remember right now, but it's very classic. It's very nostalgic for me, and it's very good music in my opinion. And I think it would be cool to own on vinyl because they did make it on vinyl at one point, but I didn't buy it, and I should have, and now it's worth a lot of money.
Oh, hell yeah, Adder. Oh, so, but wait, Tony, is your worry that it's worth a lot of money so that now it's more difficult to purchase, or that you would have it and then resell it because you would make
No, it's more just like I would like to own it just to have, but I don't want to pay like $100 for it.
Yeah,
so it's like I'm probably not going to own it now, and that's a little sad, but I don't want it that bad. So it's just kind of like a damn. Oh well. Adder, I want to hear more about the process of what you're going through now, though. Like, are you presumably, do you just have to like go to a manufacturer now? Like, is this like an overseas thing where they make the discs for you? If it's for PlayStation and Xbox, like, are you doing it through Sony and Microsoft? Do you have to do it through them, presumably, so that it's like official discs? Like, how does that work? That's got to be expensive too, I would imagine. Because do you guys have to front the inventory? I'm just gonna throw a bunch of questions at you, but like, yeah, if you guys are doing discs, you have to pre-purchase all the discs and then the retailers buy them from you. Like, how does this work?
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Do you end up with like a warehouse of CDs if they don't sell?
I think the publisher typically handles all that shit.
These are the things you got to think about, though, because like somebody has to make those discs, put them in boxes, wrap them in plastic, put them in cardboard boxes, ship them around the world, and then like keep them for fulfillment reasons and stuff. All of that costs money. Storing them costs money. Like, it's a big gamble. Like, you got to hope your game's going to sell well so that you don't like. There's really famous stories about like all the copies of like the ET game from the Atari 2600 or something, like literally just being thrown in a landfill because there were so many of them that didn't get sold. Like,
they're buried in the desert in Nevada, dude.
It's like a legendary thing. Yeah.
Blowfish says it's really difficult. Not Monkey Island timeline anymore. What's the Monkey Island timeline, bro?
Like Escape from Monkey Island game?
Yeah, I'm not a Monkey Island player, so I wouldn't know if it was a reference.
That's a LucasArts game, right?
It's an old ass game. I don't know. I never played it. I wasn't a point and click.
I think it's a LucasArts game from like post Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, LucasArts, and then taken over by Telltale, actually.
The license key was a physical paper disc. What's a physical paper disc? Do you mean like fucking 3 1/4 floppy or something like that?
I mean, I remember like Diablo 2. It was just on the box.
Yeah, it was like the jewel case insert, and you had like the key on there.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got a ton of software that has those like physically printed keys.
I actually bought Left 4 Dead 1 for PC in a physical copy, which even back in like, I don't know, 2008 or something, was a DVD case with a Steam code inside of it when you opened it, and you just redeem that to get the game. But my Steam account got hacked and I completely lost it one time, and literally the only reason I got it back is because I still had that key, and I was able to like give it to support and prove that it was my account.
Sick, dude.
Still have it to this day because I'm like, maybe someday that will happen again and I'll be able to give it to him again.
Yo, what's up, Lander?
All right, Adder says, our publisher is handling it. Conversation has been minimal internally with the dev team. Xbox or PlayStation certify your game for release on their platform, and we can only print a certified build file. If the build file is mismatched when Xbox and PlayStation resort our physical copy before sale, they deny sale, but I do believe PlayStation and Xbox have approved manufacturers they work with on behalf of the publisher, have approved manufacturers that they work with on behalf of the publisher. There is a minimum purchase and a post-initial purchase plan depending on sales numbers.
Dude, that shit is the stuff that would make me lose
very
sleep
stressful.
for months. Yeah. I would just be like, oh, fuck. We got
and
all
I imagine to some extent,
bro.
like you probably have a requirement from the consoles to do physical to attain some status with them, probably. Like I imagine they're not going to like advertise your game and stuff if you don't offer a physical copy. You probably get relegated more to the like indie on the online store type category, I guess, or something. I don't know. I'm sure there's just like a whole thing.
Oh, Blowfish was saying the license key for Monkey Island was like one of those decoder rings, like you had to like turn it and like line it up. That's pretty fucking neat, dude. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Do you still have it, Blowfish? Because I would keep that shit forever.
You should put a picture in Discord. I want to see it.
Yep.
Landriff says, I used to work with a guy at Microsoft who did security cert for Xbox titles. I still have a prod signed verbatim disc of Chinese COD 4 remaster. His job was very intense.
That's amazing.
Yep. It's cool. I'm sure his job was intense almost from the fact that like if he did let something through, it would be his ass. Like that would be stressful. You would have to be really on top of your shit.
Yep. That like cert is a crazy process, guys. Like I know that most of us in chat are like indies, haven't, shipped games and gone through cert or any of that. It's fucking insane. It's crazy. My only cert was Destiny, right? But oh boy. Like everything else was, App Store or Steam or something like that, right? Which is much, much easier. You don't have to go through cert for that. Nah, I mean it as a joke. He was looking for the stupidest shit. He was basically pulling up Wireshark and looking for people sending data in clear text or using dumb crypto ciphers. Amazing. All right, so that's why it was in quotes. I was about to ask. I was like, why is it in quotes? Because he was just fucking around all the time. Oh, Lander, I read that thing that you posted. I didn't understand what it was until you explained it. I really appreciate that. I was like, this is a lot of stuff I just don't understand. But that was cool as fuck. That's crazy to think. So it's just Windows is injecting shit into your app that's like fucking it up. That's so crazy.
Yeah, if anything, these days you're just trying to minimize the amount of things that are injecting shit into your shit so that it behaves as stably as possible. And it's kind of tough.
Did you read all that, Tony, that he posted yesterday? It was like
I kind of skimmed through it. I want to look at it more closely. I just haven't had time yet.
I can give you like the high level view. Hijacking the DirectX device the game is using, rendering on the same one with something like a game recorder like Metal. In the first link that he posted, a shitty Asus software was injecting into his application, causing the application to straight up just not work. In the first screenshot, Metal's making his application print data, which is very annoying. He didn't know it was printing data. So screenshot 3 and 4, he searched application memory for the string and managed to find the module which owned it. So yeah, he like had to go through a bunch of shit just to be like, Windows, why are you fucking me? It's not even Windows. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So you had random apps like Metal and stuff fucking your software up. I get it now.
Lander, I want to ask you a random unrelated question because I realize that you probably have the skills to do what I want to do here. But I haven't revisited it for a while, but I was trying to create something that would allow me to do what Discord streaming is doing with listening to audio coming out of Windows processes. Do you know if that's possible? Or like what I need to look into to make it happen? I was trying to effectively make like a visualizer in Unreal, but only point it at like Spotify or YouTube or something and not have it listen to my entire system at the same time. And I've been able to get it to listen to the entire system fairly easily, but isolating an application in C++, like, I don't know. It seems like it should be possible. I just couldn't figure it out.
Tony, anything is possible in the information age. You can even buy the original
like
recipe.
legitimately, you're not. I know you're just being facetious, but you're not wrong. Like it's true.
You can even buy. You stomped on my joke, but I'll do it again. You can even buy original recipe for locos
on the dark web.
On the dark web, dude.
Yeah.
The joke was for you. No one else will get that. They'll be like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" Dude, that fucking sucks that you have to like try to troubleshoot. I'm guessing, were you getting like a bug report or something? Or were you just looking at your own software you're building in your own machine and then just being like, why is this not working? And then you're like, what the fuck is this? Because I imagine the alternative is that you got like a support request or something and you had to go like look at a bug report and try to figure out what the fuck is happening. He says he's not super familiar with the Windows Audio APIs, but it might be easier to use VB Audio's virtual cable to split audio output.
Yeah, I'm trying not to do virtual cable basically, but like virtual cable, I know probably will do it. I'm trying to be extra, and I want to make like an application with a drop down that just like is super automatic and easy.
Lander,
I'm just kind of like, if Discord can do it, that means that it's possible, and
yeah.
I want to figure out how. So.
Lander's saying it came from a bug report. The app was literally freezing on startup and wouldn't work. I know you. I don't know how much you can talk about it, but is that a situation where you get like an image of their system to try to troubleshoot? Because like, I would fucking crash out if it was just like, I don't know, you get no information, figure it out. Be like, well, it could literally be anything. Is fucking Mercury and Gatorade or what? You know. Yeah, vintage Four Locos at her. Exactly. I once heard, so I've never had a Four Loco. I just want to clarify this. And the reason is because I once heard from a friend when I was like, yo, is Four Loco good? He goes, it feels like I drank shards of glass. I was like, oh God. All right, I'll pass on the Four Loco.
Which friend is this?
I want to say it was Illuminous, but I don't know.
Okay. I sent to Adder the meme so that he would know what we're talking about.
Yeah, since he was keyed in on the Four Locos.
Yep.
It's a personal app, so it's whatever. But yeah, he gave me no info, so I had to walk him through how to take memory dump using Task Manager. Oh my God, dude. Well, at least you got something, and you could figure out what the fuck was going on. Blowfish says, every DLL exposes a clearly defined contract, how the contained functions should look like. If you replicate these and are able to replace the DLL, it is possible to hook anything. In early days, the trick was used to bypass DirectX and Skyrim to introduce better graphics, by the way. Okay.
Blowfish in here with the lore. Let's go.
Blowfish with the Eldritch knowledge, dude.
Yeah.
Cool. How you feeling, Tony? I sent you a thing I found on Amazon if you want a vinyl for the Terraria soundtrack.
Oh, I saw that, and then I meant to ask you if you saw that Terraria just got a huge update.
I didn't. I did not.
Because he said he was done updating Terraria like 8 years ago, and he's still updating Terraria. But
yeah, he was making Terraria too, man.
Dude, the new Terraria update that just came out looks massive, like thousands of new items or something.
Yeah, bigger and bolder update.
Yep.
Highest numbers in nearly 6 years.
You're here about the process and use Microsoft Teachers Library, hook the API you're interested in. Okay, I'll definitely look into that. It seems like there's what is it, like WAS API Windows audio session or something like that. I'm fairly certain it's in there. I don't know. I wasn't able to get it working before. But I appreciate it. I might ping you about this sometime if I can't figure it out.
This is awesome. This is like some real hacker shit. I have no idea what the fuck you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so Terraria 1.4.5, the bigger, bolder update, introduces over 650 new items, crossovers with Dead Cells and Palworld, revamped crafting system, new world seeds, including Skyblock, and a variety of new boulders and enemies. That's neat. You can get pals from Palworld and like summon them, and they can mine and explore for you. New items and weapons, 650 new things, 9 new whips. So whip is now a class you can do. Interesting. Mushroom staff summoning a mushroom boy, slime spear, flint melee weapon, barrel launcher, killing deck. I don't know what that is. It doesn't clarify. Various boss themed whips, utility items including roller skates, whack, RC cars, freeze bombs, and the shimmer gun that transforms NPCs. There's new mounts, pets, and accessories. Yeah, this is crazy.
It looked like a lot of stuff.
Several new slime variants. New NPCs including moss zombie, pufferfish, and orca. 22 new furniture sets, 20 paintings, theme blocks, music blocks, CRT televisions, arcade machines, film projectors, all kinds of decorators. Some quality of life enhancements for NPC housing requirements. They're more chill now.
Oh, that'd be nice. That's generally one of the more annoying parts.
Yep. An update to the housing query tool, so that is easier to know whether or not your house works. Lightning strikes can now occur during storms. You can now craft using items from nearby storage chests instead of having to open a chest. Visual and audio improvements that enhance the game's atmosphere, including auroras, updated sprites, and 8 new boss music tracks. Cool. Might be worth checking it out. Terraria, I think, is the only like survival crafting game that I've put any amount of time into, like over a couple of hours. What do you think, Tony? Should we wrap her up? You want to do one more thing and then get her going?
Yeah, I mean, we can wrap up whenever. If you're wanting to wrap up, then
I just got to eat.
I'm at a pretty decent stopping point, so we can wrap it up.
Sweet. Chat, who should we raid? Who do we send the gang over to?
We got a Boomy.
Boom?
Yep. You better hurry. She's gonna fucking sneak.
Yep. Boom's in here going, oh shit, they're gonna raid me. Get out of here.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna start the raid for Boom, guys. All right.
Yeah, I feel like Boom been going for a while, so bring the Beppis.
Yeah, throw the Beppis at Boom. Get the zoomies going. We got a cooldown. And all right. Everyone have a great weekend. Be safe, but not too safe. We'll see you guys next week on Wednesday. And we'll be back with more game dev and dread stuff. So take it easy, y'all. We brought on the Turning Cogs. Sushi Foo's helping us out too, so we're gonna get some more art and some cool things. So look for some updates to Dread soon. We will catch y'all later. Go say hello to Boom.